Do you want to lose some belly fat? Let's look into how we can do that. Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name is Joey Bull and I'm a fitness professional and I do videos on well-being. If you want to understand belly fat and know how to get rid of it, this video should help you with that. Although there are more, I've got 3 main reasons for getting belly fat and how to deal with each one. So let's look at ways that we can help reduce or remove the belly fat and stay to the end so that we can really be precise about getting this area. Reasons for belly fat. First, let's have a quick look as to why you might have some belly fat. Fat stores around the middle for a few reasons. Intolerance to some foods, so your choice of foods could be creating some bloating, some inflammation and an acidic effect. Hormonal imbalance, for instance a stress hormone, or in females, estrogen is actually made and maintained in belly fat, which would explain why in middle-aged ladies, even slim ones, are prone to holding a little bit more tummy and extra fat than usual. That's because it's storing the estrogen there. Or energy in versus energy out. You might be eating too much for your expenditure levels. Bloated belly. If we have food that the body can't assimilate, that's going to create bloating, digestive problems, other chronic problems, and even joint problems. But how does that affect my fat loss? In this kind of dysfunctional state, it is most likely that the body is very acidic. So to buffer the imbalance of the sodium, the calcium, the potassium and the magnesium, the body holds water. You'll know when you're in that state because when you look in the mirror and feel the flesh, you'll see that it's just got a little bit more wave and wobble to it than usual, which means to you it's going to be very slow at mobilizing fat. In fact, in that kind of state, burning fat is the least of its priorities. So sort out your ground regulatory system, get alkaline, do green juices, have more real and raw food where possible, and drink more water, and then watch your body re-find its function and alkalinity and lose its excess fat. Hormonal imbalance. A little too much stress over a long duration of time will cause adrenal fatigue and also cortisol overuse. Now this displays itself, it expresses itself in a sort of a form of fat around the upper belly, but likewise estrogen can store as fat. So how do you tell the difference? Well, if there's a disproportionate amount of fat and it's really holding quite high around the belly, then that's going to be insulin resistant and cortisol release. Managing this requires a lifestyle change, meaning more rest, a little exercise and really nutrient food. For hormonal imbalance, which is a huge and delicate subject, you could start by looking for herbs that support the estrogen imbalance. Things like Agnus cactus, then essential fatty acids 3, 6 and 9. Hemp oil is also really good, egg yolks and maca. Energy in versus energy out. Are you consuming more calories than you're expending, and how would you know? For instance, a bowl of muesli is about 240 calories. If you add a banana and some milk and yogurt to that, you're looking at about 444 calories. So that's not a terrible breakfast, but let's talk about how long that takes to use. A gentle jog or a run or a bike ride uses about the same amount of calories, but over an hour. Now, in general, we need about 2,000 calories per day, but that depends, of course, whether you're a couch potato, moderate exerciser, or super active. Of course, the body uses a lot of energy and calories just to be alive, but if you add a lunch in there, a snack, another evening meal, and maybe another snack of poor quality, even taking that run uphill is not going to match your intake. Make it easy on yourself and stabilize the blood sugar levels, the insulin levels. By that I mean, don't crack for a donut or something starchy when you have an energy slump. It's not just about the calories here, nor the quality of food, but what that does to the insulin levels in you. Remember what I said earlier about an insulin belly, cortisol, slightly stressy belly about here. So make it easier on yourself and make sure that your snacks are more protein based. The quantity of food isn't really an issue if the quality is so good that the body assimilates it. And this is where the calorie intake and expenditure of calorie outtake kind of falls apart. So if you were to have a few bad calories, you can quite easily lay down the fat. But if you have plenty of really good ones, you'll actually create more of a lean, functioning body. So make it easier on yourself and go for alkaline, real, raw and fresh wherever possible. But here's the bit that encourages us all. When you lose fat or lose weight, where does it come off first? Does it come off your chest, your face? How can we actually choose the area where we want to lose fat from? Since this video is about losing belly fat, and assuming you've got some belly fat that you'd like to lose without the conditions that I mentioned before, watch out for this. So how do we burn fat? Fat is transferred into glycerol, which then goes through into free fatty acids and into the bloodstream, meaning that any fat is actually drawn from the bloodstream to fuel our exercise, which means that it comes from everywhere. For example, a tennis player has one arm that is possibly quite a lot more muscular than the other, but does he have less fat on this arm from the other arm? No. So that means we can't burn fat from our chosen areas, right? This was the general scientific consensus until recently. Because if you work one part of the body really hard, let's say the abs, so you're doing crunches and V-sits and side planks, you are mobilizing the fat local to that area. But if you don't use that fat for fuel, it can be restored, and you won't want that. So how do you use that local fat that you've just mobilized, which is ready to go, with low intensity aerobic exercise? And what does that mean? My tip to you is to work those abs really hard to the point that you just don't want to carry on. Not overdoing it, but feel the blood running around to that area. And then quite immediately afterwards, do 20 minutes exercise of low level intensity, whether that's dancing, swimming, jogging, a bike ride, and just watch over the next few weeks, those abs really show themselves nicely. Thank you for watching. That's it for today's video. I hope that what I said will help you burn some belly fat. If you've got any questions, leave a comment below. And if you did like the video and you'd like to see more like it, please like this video and subscribe to my channel as I upload every Monday. Bye, and I hope to see you in my next video.